Thank you very much for attending this event today. I know it's late for you. We're going to have 1 hour of a program that's made up of 3 things. The first thing is going to be a presentation by a very famous presenter in Oman, Alfarai. And then a huge fan club, Alfarai. And then Sumaya Ahmadi is gonna organize a quiz, and we hope that all of you participate. All right. And then we're gonna open the floor for any Q&As that you have while they correct the papers, and then we get back to you with the results and the prizes. Okay, this event is organized in cooperation with Muscat Youth Summit by Clean Up Oman. Now, Clean Up Oman a week ago completed its first anniversary, its first 1 year. And Clean Up Oman is an organization that's made up of volunteers, and it's open for people to volunteer. And its aim is to stop people from recklessly dumping litter in Oman. We do a lot of cleanups, and we do a lot of awareness sessions where we try and tell people, if you are finished with something, don't throw it out of your car, don't throw it out of your house, take it to the bin, because it can affect wildlife, it can affect people, it can affect nature, and it's a sore right to people who want to see it. The first thing we're going to have in today's event is Ali Al-Farai's speech. And I met Ali Al-Farai about 10 years ago. He was a quiet and shy person, but he has now made it as a very famous trainer and motivational speaker in Oman. His presentation is going to be Being Different. Welcome, Ali.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. Listen, Ali, your friend Fahad is a bright student. He's good in physics, chemistry, mathematics. Look at you. You're stupid. Listen, Ali, my friend's son Nabil has a good job. He just bought a new house and got married. Look at you. Useless. Have you ever been in such a situation before? Do you remember that voice? Oh, hold on. Are you the one criticizing or the one getting criticized? Oh. Well, let me tell you my story. When I was at school, I wasn't a bright student. Not even close. I was an average student who hated study, but was forced to go so that I could become a bright student like Fahad, and then an employee like Nabil. As a matter of fact, I've always seen myself as different from people around me. I've always wanted to do something that'll make me stand out. And yes, I wasn't good in a school subject, but I was good in other subjects. Yes, I wasn't good in football, kicking balls, but I was good in martial arts, kicking people. Hey, not just that. I worked for 10 years, but I neither bought a house nor got married. Well, I had bigger plans that being an employee will not serve. Not many people agreed with me. In fact, some of them thought that I was out of my mind. I wasn't. Very simple. I was different. Wow. Now, talking about being different, I'll introduce another guy who just introduced me. He's also different. Nasser Al Kindy, yes. Now, let me tell you about this guy. We worked together, and he wasn't just an employee. You know what the employee mean? The one who works for 8 hours a day inside that box? Yeah? This guy was different. He was thinking outside the box. What do I mean by this? He's a talented person. He is into photography. Yeah. That was one of the things that made him step out of that box. The majority of people don't see it that way. We wake up in the morning, brush our teeth. We don't even think about brushing our teeth, whether it's right hand or left hand, right? How do you take shower? You don't think about it. How do you eat? You don't even think about it. And then you go to work for 8 hours, come back again, eat your lunch, sleep, wake up again, go out, come back again, eat, sleep, wake up, work for 8 hours, and so on. That's the life of normal people. The majority of people. This guy, he went outside the box, thought about him being a photographer, and guess what? Just because he stepped out of that box, he started thinking bigger. He was thinking about himself. But then, something happened, and he started thinking about the community. And that's exactly what happened. Because when we are employees only, we only think about ourselves. We think about that money that comes by the end of the month, and then within 2 weeks, it's over. There's nothing in your bank account. But these people, they step out, they start working on their talent, knowledge, whatever, and then suddenly something happens, they wake up another day, and they think about something else, because they are different. Being different makes you become creative. And that's what happened to this guy. He was walking on the street one day, I think that's what happened, and he saw that this country needs to be cleaned up a little bit. What should I do? Let me start a campaign. And normally, nowadays, people start campaigns and events on what? Facebook. And that's exactly what happened. He opened a page, and he invited people, and then he actually physically invited them to, let's go and clean up a beach in Muscat. Alright, many people came in, show up, they went for cleaning up. But let me tell you something about Clean Up Oman. Clean Up Oman is it's not only about physical cleaning, it's mental cleaning. Because the moment you go there and clean up someone else's mess, it actually teaches you how to deal with the situation. This Friday, I was sitting in my car, and I saw a guy walking in the street with a tissue paper. Does all of you know what tissue mean? No. In some countries call it napkins. Wiper? Alright, Kleenex. So this guy was walking with the Kleenex. And he was actually trying to clean. He was trying to clean up his nose. And walked. I was sitting in the car, asking myself one question. What was going on in his mind the moment he was throwing that tissue paper down? And then I got two answers. The first answer is that this guy said, someone is going to clean it up anyway. There'll be someone who's going to pick it up and clean it. Normally, those people wear green or orange coveralls. We call them the cleaners. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. And some people are even worse. They say that we're actually trying to help them make money. Yeah? Because you don't just get money without effort. We need to put some effort. You know, I'm throwing this so that this guy with the coverall will come and pick it up. And then he'll get money out of it. That was one answer. The second answer was, well, who cares about tissue? I mean, it was useful. Now, it's useless. I don't care. Wherever it goes, even if it stays there, I don't care. Right? These two answers. But at least the first answer was a bit better, because he was actually thinking about cleaning it, even if it's not him. But both answers are terrible. Right? And that's where cleanup Oman comes. It actually teaches you that if I was in your place, I would have called it clean up your own mess. Yeah? That's the first thing. People should clean up their own mess. Only then they'll be able to clean up the country. Right? Yeah. And that's the thing about being different. That's the only thing about being different. Now imagine if we never had a person who thinks differently. We wouldn't have had this campaign. What about other people who invented phones or electricity? Weren't they different? Let's say they were normal people, like the majority of people. We wouldn't have had this. No microphones, nothing. This has only been created by different people. People like Thomas Edison, people like Steve Jobs, Tom and Jerry. That's the only thing about being different. It's different. It's a different feeling. And what I see here in front of me are different people. Because if you were not different, you wouldn't have been here in this summit. This summit. This summit is not for normal people. Now, many people would say, what's the use of being different? And they'll actually try to attack you. You shouldn't be different. Why? I am different, I want to be different. What's the problem in that? There's nothing wrong in standing out and being different because each one of us is special. There is one country pop singer, Taylor Swift. She said it best when she said, if you're lucky enough to be different, don't ever change. Don't ever change. Many people, like your ages, think about weird things. 2 days ago, I was walking in the street, and I saw this guy, same age as you are, walking, and I heard them talking. You know what they were talking about? Oh, I was riding this bicycle, and suddenly this kid came to me, and he hit me with his bicycle, and then I went and I slapped him, and I punched him. And then I went with my bicycle and I did woo like this. I was walking and I was saying to myself, what the? I mean, hold on. I mean, is this the only thing that you guys think about? Bicycle, punch, hit, woo? I mean, there's nothing else you can talk about, nothing different. And this is not the first time. Every time I hear such topics, I hear this guy, I beat this guy, and like they feel proud about it. Why? Why? That's why you guys try not to mix and mingle with such people. And I hope there's nobody under this roof would think that way. I don't think so. Because again, I say that you guys are different. And just stay different. But there is something wrong. Only one thing that I consider for being different. And that is being different from who you are. Be different, but be yourself.